Hello boys, welcome back to another important session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 12th biology students, and this is meant for 23rd July 2020. Our memory helps us in tracing what we have been discussing and reflecting on. We were talking about an important chapter called Microbes in Human Welfare, and in that we were talking about how microbes are very useful in household products being formed. We were talking about various dairy products, formation of curds, etc. And in this session, another important topic wherein many uses of microbes in industrial products can be discussed and reflected upon. And these are not only important as far as your CBSE exam is concerned, as well as UPSC NDA, as well as NEET exam, but in day-to-day life, these are very, very essential. So basically, the industrial products that we discuss is, the first one is alcoholic fermentation. So a variety of products in enormous amounts are produced by microbes, such as beverages, alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages, antibiotics, most important, organic acids, enzymes, vitamins, hormones, amino acids, and most important, for which the whole world is waiting for nowadays, is vaccine. So vaccines, and then chemicals called steroids. So in all these products to be formed, microbes play a crucial role in industrial production. So production on an industrial scale, large scale, requires growing microbes in very large vessels called fermenters. You can see those steel vessels, they are all fermenters. So in fermentation, what is used is a yeast called Saccharomyces Cerevisiae. Look at the spelling. Right once, practice. Saccharomyces Cerevisiae. It is yeast, not bacterium. It is used for bread making and commonly called Brewers Yeast. It is used also for fermenting malted cereals. You know malted cereals and fruit juices to produce ethanol. Like sugarcane juice is used in the production of ethanol. Ethanol is ethyl alcohol. Whereas methanol is methyl alcohol, which is highly poisonous. Sometimes it is called spurious liquor. In villages, without knowing what is ethanol and what is methanol, sometimes they drink methanol and spontaneous death takes place. You must have read in newspapers, seen in TV, people in large numbers getting dead on the same spot because of consumption of methanol, methyl alcohol, highly poisonous. Ethanol, of course, is a slow poison. That's the only difference, of course. It is ethyl alcohol. So wine and beer are produced without distillation. So a lot of impurities will be there. Whereas whiskey, brandy and rum are produced by distillation of fermented froth. So in alcoholic fermentation, two species of yeast take place. They play a crucial role. One is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, another one Saccharomyces ellipsoides. And fermented nutrient medium used differs based on products. The yeast which is used in the brewing industry for preparation of alcoholic drinks are collectively called Brewers Yeast. And the different types of alcoholic beverages are produced by using different brewers yeast. For example, beer, the method is non-distillation, and the brewers yeast that is used is Saccharomyces cerevisiae and Saccharomyces carisbergianus. And wine, for example, fruit juice, it's formed out of the fruit, particularly grapes, and non-distillation it is again, and it is again Saccharomyces ellipsoides. Whiskey, rum, gin, brandy, vodka and Feni are distilled beverages, so they are hard liquors. Higher percentage of alcohol will be there. Byproducts of alcoholic fermentation is always CO2 and ethanol. And we go to the next one, very important ones that are formed as industrial products, that is antibiotics. Every day, very commonly we are using these. These are chemical substances produced by microbes that in low concentration inhibits the growth or kill the pathogens without harming the host. The term antibiotic means anti, against, bios, life, against the life of a pathogen's life, okay? So this was coined by, the term antibiotic word is coined by Waxman in 1942, Waxman, Waksman, Waxman. And of course we must be thankful to this gentleman whose photo you are seeing here, Alexander Fleming, 1928, discovered first antibiotic penicillin from a fungus called Penicillium notatum in 1928, and it was commercially extracted by the efforts of Chain and Flore, another two scientists. This antibiotic was extensively used in treating wounded American soldiers in World War II. Fleming, Chain and Flore suitably were awarded with the Nobel Prize in 1945. Over 7,000 antibiotics are known as on today. Streptomyces cerevisiae produces more than 41 antibiotics, while Bacillus subtilis can give about 60 antibiotics. So antibiotics are obtained from lichens, eubacteria, fungi and actinomycetes. And various, see, this is how the soldiers who were wounded in World War II, there was a hope with the penicillin, and thanks to Alexander Fleming, many lives were saved. And these antibiotics, basically, I could give a list like antibiotics, chloramphenicol, it is coming from Saccharomyces Cerevisiae. This antibiotic is used for curing typhoid and whooping cough. And then very commonly used nowadays, people are tempted to use whenever they have got cold and cough, throat pain, fever, erythromycin. And this is from again the Saccharomyces erythraeus. This is used for diphtheria and any throat infection, respiratory tract infection, RTI. And then chloromycetin, this is coming from again Saccharomyces lavendilae, it is used for pneumonia. And then again very common one, streptomycin, and this is from the Cerevisiae greases, and this is used for TB, tuberculosis, against pneumonia, meningitis, all this. So streptomycin is very, very important antibiotic. And bacitracin, another antibiotic, it is from Bacillus laciniformis, and this is used for syphilis. Syphilis is a STD, sexually transmitted diseases. So antibiotics are medicines used for treatment of number of pathogenic or infecting diseases. Similarly, it is also used as a good substitute for protein supplement. It is called SCP, single cell protein. So single cell protein is the production of microbial biomass for consumption as human food or animal feed. The common SCP are very, very common. I am sure some of you must be using it already. Spirulina, the best food that is available from algae. Spirulina is an algae. So it is very, very rich in proteins. So in case it's available in your hometown, you can purchase it. Spirulina. Put 1 spoon of that with milk and drink it. Just like how you are putting Boost, Horlicks. In place of those, you can use Spirulina, very rich in proteins. And yeast and fusarium. Fusarium is another SCP one. SCP is very rich in high quality proteins, and at the same time it is very poor in fats, so person will not become fat. And SCP is useful in reducing environmental pollution. So you can grow spirulina in your home, and it manages industrial and agricultural waste. And further, the chemicals, enzymes and other bioactive molecules like citric acid production. There is a fungus Aspergillus niger. This is used in the production of citric acid in the industry. Acetobacter aceti, another bacterium. This is used for production of acetic acid. And then basically acetic acid is produced from fermented alcohol with the help of bacteria Acetobacter aceti. And citric acid, on the other hand, is obtained through the fermentation carried out by Aspergillus niger and mucous species. Similarly, butyric acid. Butyric acid, you can see Clostridium butylicum. So please write 2 to 3 times the spelling. And then of course very common one, very familiar one, Lactobacillus bacterium in the production of lactic acid. This is converting milk into curds. And then just now we discussed Saccharomyces Cerevisiae in the production of ethanol. So these are the various acids that are produced. And what about enzymes? Enzymes are chemical substances which will enhance or speed up the rate of reaction. They may not directly take part in the reaction. They are like cricket umpires. Cricket umpire may not play either batting or bowling or fielding, but he will ensure that the game goes on as per the directions. So the enzymes are like cricket umpires. So lipase, it is used in laundry detergents so that the cloth will become stiff. So lipase is used. Pectinase and protease used in bottled juices so that it acts as preservatives in all the juices. These fruit juices, this will be there, pectinase and protease. And then streptokinase, this is coming from Streptococcus bacterium. It is used as clot buster to remove clots. Whenever there is a clot, for example, the recent discovery of COVID-19 is that the arteries that supply blood to lungs sometimes get blocked, and that blockage is because of blood clotting. So streptokinase can be used to blast that clot so that the blood supply will be there for lungs. Previously people were thinking that the coronavirus will attack lungs and cause some problem like alveoli blockage, but the latest research is that the blood that is supplied to lungs will be blocked. So streptokinase can also be used. And then bioactive molecules, there is a very, very important one, Cyclosporine. It is from a fungus, Trichoderma polysporum. It is used as immunosuppressive agent. What is this we are talking? We want always better immune system, higher immune system, but we are talking of reverse, immunosuppressive, suppressing the immune system. Why to suppress? Whenever there is a donor ready to donate any organ like kidney, and the receiver who wants to receive that kidney, even though he wants, but his body will not accept. His immune system will reject it, thinking that it is some dangerous thing coming, foreign thing coming inside the body. So during such times, the doctors have to suppress the immune system so that the kidney can be accepted from donor to receiver or recipient. So during that time, whenever there is a transplantation of a organ, Cyclosporine A has to be used by doctors. And of course, this is for limited dose and limited period. And then statins, very, very important. It is used as blood cholesterol lowering agent. Nowadays, people always talk of cholesterol, and biology boys, you must always tell them that there are two cholesterols, two types of cholesterol, good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. But in general, in society, what's happening is the moment they hear the word cholesterol, they're scared. So please tell them that there is good cholesterol and bad cholesterol, and the statins are used for reducing bad cholesterol so that no blockages will be there, heart will be functioning nicely. So these are the various uses that microbes